Stan Lee once stated, "To have an idea is the easiest thing in the world. Everyone has ideas. But to take those ideas and make it into something people will respond to, that's hard." Stan Lee certainly had an idea. He created countless characters that we all know and love today. He brought Marvel Comics into the towering figure it is. He is certainly someone we can admire with his steadfast dedication, kindness, and work ethic. Stan Lee is a very unique figure. He was very popular and rich, but yet was down to earth and seemed to care for everyone he met. He wanted to make people happy and to entertain them. He also wanted to encourage people to do what they love and pursue their dreams. This was perfectly represented in his famous motto, Excelsior. My name is Connor Howell, and today I'm going to talk to you about the remarkable person that was Stan Lee. Stan Lee was a remarkable person who wanted to encourage and entertain everyone. In the next 5 to 8 minutes, I will discuss 1. His early life, 2. His contribution to Marvel, 3. Why he should be admired, and finally, the effect he has had on the world. First, I'd like to talk about his early life. Stan Lee was born in 1922 in New York. He began his work right out of high school at the age of 16. He wrote comic book scripts and even served in the military during World War II, making training films. In 1961, Stan Lee and Jack Kirby teamed up to create the Fantastic Four. This not only launched Stan Lee's career, but put Marvel Comics into the spotlight. Marvel Comics has always been at the forefront of the superhero revolution, even more so now with the countless amount of blockbuster films produced every year. Stan Lee was vital to the success of Marvel. Stan Lee developed the Marvel method. This allowed him to create characters faster than just about anyone else. He used this method to create such characters as the X-Men, Hulk, and his most famous, Spider-Man. In 1972, he became the editorial director at Marvel. During this time, his most popular characters were created. And in the early 2000s, famous film adaptations began to come out. This included Spider-Man, the X-Men, the Hulk, and Iron Man, all which were highly successful. Marvel was bought by Disney in 2009. After this, Stan Lee became a promoter of the brand and was the public face of Marvel and had plenty of cameos in Marvel movies. Stan Lee was vital to the success of Marvel and is a great reason why Marvel has become the towering franchise it is today. Next, I'd like to talk about why we should admire Stan Lee. Well, Stan Lee wanted to address real issues. He humanized his characters and gave them flaws to make them more relatable. He wanted to encourage everyone to work hard and pursue their dreams. He was also very humble and worked hard himself. He never made it about himself, but about the fans, and he constantly worked up until his death. He also adapted to whatever was needed of him. Early, he got people's lunches. He then became a full-time creator and then transitioned into the editorial director of Marvel. And in later years, he became a promoter of the Marvel brand. Stan Lee has had a huge effect on the world. He had a huge influence over a large number of people. He drew people from all backgrounds and walks of life. And Marvel.com states that Marvel fans found a friend in Stan Lee. He brought people together and genuinely cared about them. He also inspired millions through his comics. He created a community of people, and he thought of his fans as his own close friends. He wanted people to do more and become more. He wanted them to be superheroes, not those with powers, but the one that works hard and cares about other people. To conclude, Stan Lee was a remarkable person and can be admired for his steadfast dedication, kindness, and work ethic. In the past 5 to 8 minutes, I have discussed Stan Lee's early life, his time with Marvel, why he should be admired, and his effect on the world. Stan Lee created countless characters and brought Marvel to the towering figure it is today. He brought together a community of people. He wanted people to work hard and pursue their dreams. He always said Excelsior, which means ever upward. He always wanted to encourage people. He wrote about real issues and made his characters relatable. He taught people that you don't have to have powers to be a superhero. Sadly, Stan Lee passed away in 2018, but I'm sure if he was here, He would want people to reach ever upward. So, I end the speech with one word: Excelsior.